We are told there are very many young Kenyans who are missing. Ukienda kwa mitandao, tuko na maneno yote nyingi ambayo umesikia. Hii maneno ya Kasongo iko kila pahali, na inasemekana wale ambao wanasema Kasongo kwa social media wanafika mahali wanapotea, wanatekwa nyara. Mimi ningependa kusema hivi: kuna baadhi ya vijana ambao walikuwa wamekisiwa kutekwa nyara na wamepotea, ambao wengine wamepatikana kama wako hai. Kuna msichana mmoja ambaye ilisemekana alikuwa amepotea, lakini amepatikana kwenye chumba moja cha kifahari huko Mombasa akiwa anashiriki mapenzi na mpenziwe. Hii msimu hii ya Christmas. Na nimechunguza, nimeona our former deputy president Gachagua'S. I want to address you, sir. We are aware that you have formed a self-kidnapping squad to paint our government in a bad light. We are aware that you are running a racket, a syndicate, especially within Nairobi and central Kenya, where you pay bloggers, not all of them, to engage in spirited campaigns, maligning names of our top leaders in our country, and then dramatically you have them arrested. We are aware that you are the architect of these kidnappings and the script writer. The person who is writing this script for you to execute, we are told, is our drama sensation, Cleophas Wahungu Malala. So I want to ask the Inspector General of Police that you have a duty to arrest those who are self-kidnapping themselves, and above all, the mastermind, the architect of those syndicates. We will be happy as a country to see, because the police have got every necessary and the required expertise to locate any missing person and take action on whoever made that person to miss for whatever number of days. As National Assembly, we have given the IG, the Inspector General of Police, enough resources. There is no way somebody can be kidnapped and disappear for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. And those who are being found alive, they must be squeezed to provide the requisite information so that we can get to the bottom of this racket that is being spearheaded and masterminded by our former Deputy President, Gachagua'S, of course, being assisted by the one and only drama sensation in this country, Cleophas Wahungu Malala, who has written and won so many plays in this country, as we are all aware. This team of people, they seem to hoodwink Kenyans that they have now formed a new opposition front in our country. I have seen he has gone ahead to recruit our very own son, Eugene Wamalwa, whom we are told now that Every time I listen to Eugene Wamalwa, I wonder, not just me alone, even the birds of the air and the kettles stare at him in amusement. This is a person who has continued to tell us that that he's now in a better place to serve our country and our people as a spanner boy of Rigathi Gachagua, as a spanner boy of Kalonzo Musyoka. And I want to ask a very simple question. Eugene Wamalwa has held very good positions in this country. He was Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. He was Minister for Water and Irrigation. He was Minister for Devolution. And lately, in the immediate past, was the Minister for Defense. He was in charge of all the defense forces in our country. So, if Eugene Wamalwa never used those positions to improve the life of the people of Western Kenya, I think he has a mountain to climb in order to convince us, the people of Western, that we will benefit from his new position of being a youth winger of an impeached former deputy president. I have said so, that when he lectures this country on matters development, on matters corruption, it is not only the Kenyans that wonder, but even the birds of the air and the wild animals. What is it, Honorable Eugene Wamalwa, that you will do this time round, being a youth winger of an impeached character, that you are unable to do when you were ministers in this country? When he was Minister for Water, even the gods connived and all our taps ran dry. When he was Minister for, and he keeps on talking about Koiga 1, Koiga 2, how 400 billions were injected in Koiga 1, billions of shillings were injected in Koiga 2. If you go and ask the people of Chwele, up to the people of Tuti around Kibabi, the taps are dry. You can hide a pregnancy for some time, but you cannot hide the flow of water. You can't hide the flow of water. So there is no water. Zoasco is struggling. There was no single expansion of the existing water and sanitation companies in Western Kenya when Eugene Wamalwa was Minister for Water. The only water that was visible around him is the Dasani, the bottled water that he used to walk around in his cars drinking. When he was Minister for Defense, he was selling those positions. People know, across the country. He had characters around himself who were selling those small positions that he got. And he never promoted anybody. Even getting people to a Salvation Army church, he never did so. Even promoting sergeant majors of Salvation Army to a lieutenant, he never did so. Something which he could have done it for free. So I think there are people in this country, in our region, when they speak, we get excited. When they speak, hope is created in us. When they speak, those who are hopeless become hopeful of a better tomorrow. But we have others, led by Eugene Wamalwa. When they speak, our region bleeds. These are people who never used their position to the benefit of the region, leave alone Kenya. So if they say that they are the new face of opposition, I laugh off and say that is completely retrogressive. I want to throw a challenge to a number of many of our people who have been appointed in government. As you are all aware, KRA, Central Bank, all investments in Kenya, revival of our factories, and the courting of new investors to bring in fresh factories in this country. The prosecutions, of course, the NGO world. This country is developed by donors. There are two entities that develops our country. We have the governments and we have donors. Donors play a key role in developing this country. The person in charge of the NGO Coordination Board is our own. Of course, the DIG for the first time is our own. I want to proverbially tell these people that the tail of a goat cleans where that individual foot sleeps. How they will use this information is none of my business. But they are the people who will make our region begin to appreciate the extent under which we signed the MOU for the 30% share in government. Lastly, we are all aware that we are remaining with 2 years to go back to elections. We are all aware that the people of Bungoma will have a task in 2027 to elect a governor after the expiry of the tenure of our current governor, Ken Lusaka. And that the people of Bungoma will have a choice to make. Between maziwa ya jioni and a fresh, youthful, and energized leadership that will provide opportunities equally for everybody within our county. This phrase of maziwa ya jioni, this new year 2025, will be accelerated to the next level. And it means that when you put the country in the hands of an individual who is retiring, the retiring gentleman will naturally just be lazy, will work only for himself and his children, because maziwa ya jioni, huwezi andika tikiti, you cannot tender the milk that you milk in the evening. The milk that we milk in the evening is for the children to drink. And your cats and dogs, they will drink the spillover. So this year, I have been warming this seat for the last 2 years. What I have done for the last 2 years, cumulatively, will give me 30%. that largely includes how I utilized the CDF in Kimilili constituency, so that the people from the rest of the constituency can admire how I was spending my CDF between 2017 to 2022, and how I have moved across this county, doing some social development, building houses, assisting the downtrodden in my own small capacity. That will give me around 30%. This year, I am going to campaign through developing my constituency, building of the 30 schools that I've said, elimination of the old buildings that were built in the 70s and 80s, tiling all our classrooms in the Kimilili constituency, implementing cabro and landscaping, something that I plan to do this year. That one is going to give me another 20%. So I can just give you a glimpse on what we are going to do. Whatever we are going to do in this constituency, we will be fully aware that we will be showcasing to the rest of the county that this is how we mean when we say we want to develop our constituency. So this year, I am going to engage my interactions with the people of Bungoma to Gear 5. I can assure you, by the time we get to 2026, all my competitors, they will have drunk water to quench their thirst with little success. That is what we are going to do. I am going to put my constituency to where our ancestors, our forefathers, dreamt on where Kimilili constituency should be like. We will sort out our schools in the manner that I have explained to you. For the first time in Kenya, Bungoma is going to be the first county in Kenya with 2 Huduma centers. Our Huduma center in the Kimilili constituency, we have gotten an additional 39 million. And in the next 3 or 4 months, the Huduma center in the Kimilili will be fully functioning. And there will be no need for the people of Mount Elgon from Kapsokon, Kaptama, and Kopsuro areas to travel for over 25 kilometers to Bungoma town to access government services in the Huduma Center. There will be no point where the people of Tongaren constituency and Webuye East constituency, Webuye West and part of Kapchai, they will no longer have to travel to Bungoma in search of essential documents like birth certificates, death certificates, and other government services. All those government services will be gotten from Kimilili constituency, because in the next 3 months, we will have completed our Huduma Center, which is going to serve the people from Kimilili, Tongaren, Webuye East, Webuye West, Mount Elgon, and Kapchai constituency. That is all I wanted to engage with the people of Bungoma, the people of Kimilili, and the people of Kenya for today. And I want to tell them that I wish them prosperous 2025. And like what I said in my opening remarks, that may every minute, every hour, every week, every month of 2025 bring them good news and not bad news. I thank you. I think